Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a family is left with almost nothing after their house was destroyed in a fire. And Kentucky's new vehicle information system continues to have statewide difficulties.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are just past 5:30 on Monday, March 11th. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. And after the 50-50 weekend, I think not only are you going to like what we have coming the next few days, we deserve it, right? Check outside. 32 here in Hazard at WYMT, and our headlines reflect the fact that we're going to love the way the trends look this week, with a good start today and even better over the next few days. No chance of rainfall until Friday. Temperatures this morning a little bit cool, a little bit chilly, but hey, yesterday afternoon was brisk, huh? 28 at London, 32 Pikeville, 31 Harlan. It's also 31 you make your way toward Ashland. All right, satellite weather composite. Nothing going on locally. The system that helped to drag in the colder air is departing north and east, and we have high pressure continuing to build in, and it's going to be with us the next few days. So let's get you ready, and out the door we go with a lot of sunshine and Kentucky blue sky today, with a forecast high this afternoon. Yes, getting into the mid and upper 50s. All right, how warm can we get this week? You're going to like it. First Alert 7-day forecasts coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
Tim, thank you. A Knox County couple is searching for answers after their home was destroyed in a fire. This is what's left of the Corbin family's home, a scorched pile of debris, 26 years of memories destroyed. Investigators believe the cause was arson. Lee and Nova DeGarmo say the fire started Thursday. It started in the living room and spread throughout the house. The couple says investigators believe someone poured a flammable substance to fuel the blaze.
What do we do to deserve this? I said, we try to be good people, help people out, and it's just so heartbreaking to know that somebody would be so mean to hurt someone like that.
The Knox County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Kentucky County Clerks Association released a statement on the ongoing issues plaguing the state's new vehicle motor database. Officials say the CAVIS team is working 7 days a week to correct the programming issues. They say inconsistent information is being shared with county clerks by KYTC's Motor Licensing Division. Last week, we reported about the system being down statewide. Since the state rolled out its new motor vehicle database back in January, county clerks across the state have experienced a number of issues. A nonprofit organization that has been around for 55 years and built hundreds of homes now has a new leader. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us about the transition underway for the nonprofit.
It is something Melissa Winburn says she felt called to do.
When I'd come up with my church to volunteer over the summer, did summer staff for a little while, took a break, started a nonprofit in my hometown that did the same thing, and then felt a call to come back in 2013.
Winburn is now the Appalachia Service Project CEO, taking over for former CEO Walter Crouch. She said she is excited about the challenge and opportunity.
I think I have a healthy mix of excitement and fear of make sure that I'm able to do everything the right way.
Winburn says she wants ASP to double their impact in the next decade.
That's both on the quality and quantity side of things. We have some amazing volunteers.
Long term, Winburn says they want to make their programs more accessible.
So we're inspired for creativity of getting volunteers involved so that we can do more work and prepare for the next 55 years.
Winburn says they have the most amazing team in the world, and the job is easy because of that. In Perry County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Winburn told WYMT she began volunteering with the Appalachia Service Project organization when she was 14 years old. Appalachia Service Project is also looking for more volunteers. New CEO Melissa Winburn says they have had a lower amount of volunteers since the COVID-19 pandemic. Winburn says they are trying to build back the numbers they had before.
Before COVID, we hosted about 17,000 volunteers in a year, and we'll probably be close to 10,000 this year. So we're still building back, and so that's definitely a message we want to send people, that we need you, we need your help getting homes done in Appalachia, and we'd be happy to connect you.
Winburn says they currently have 6,000 applications from people wanting home repairs or home replacements. As more people hang up the gas pump for good and switch to electric vehicles, some are frustrated with the lack of charging stations here in the Commonwealth. Kentucky ranks 47th out of all 50 states for electric vehicle friendliness. That's according to the latest IC Cars study. Also from IC Cars, Kentucky has a total of 820 chargers, which breaks down to one for more than every 5,500 Kentuckians. The national average is one for roughly every 1,800 people.
We are the advocates for Kentucky, and there's a lot of people who don't know about EVs, so throughout the year we hold events that will promote EVs and kind of educate the public about it.
If you're on the fence about making the switch to an electric vehicle, Evolve KY wants to invite you to join them at one of its events or monthly meetings. Jewish Voices in Louisville called for an end to the war in the Middle East Saturday. On October 7th, the militant group Hamas launched an attack that killed around 1,200 Israelis. Since then, more than 30,000 have been killed in the fighting, most of them civilians in Gaza. The group Jewish Louisvillians for Peace held a panel to talk about the Jewish perspective and call for all the violence to stop. One of their organizers talked about what they wanted to achieve.
We want to provide a space where Jews and people who are committed to remaining in relationship with Jews, despite the intensity and the horror of these times, are able to discuss things with each other and be in community and share thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future.
More than 100 people signed up for the panel. Some of the notable speakers were former Congressman John Yarmuth and 2 U of L professors, one of which is a former Israel Defense Forces officer. March is Women's History Month, a time when Americans celebrate women's contributions to history, culture, and society. Here in Kentucky, we have plenty of reasons to celebrate this month, but for some, it's about more than just looking at the past, but working for the future. For Susan Gardner, a female educator in a male-dominated profession, she fills a special role in the objective of shaping young Kentucky women's minds.
I think that the idea is try to encourage students that hadn't occurred to them that they could be in STEM or work in STEM, that's really an opportunity for them too.
Institute of Women's Policy and Research ranks Kentucky number 47 out of 50 states for women in STEM careers, and only approximately 27% of those working in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields in Kentucky are women. Sunday, many people from across the country came together for a special occasion. WYMT's Jack Demler has more on a centennial celebration.
100 years around the sun, celebrated in the mountains.
They knew it and I didn't. I mean, I knew I had a birthday, but I didn't know that was coming to celebrate. But I appreciated it. I sure did. I appreciated it.
Minnie Redmond celebrated her 100th birthday, a celebration hosted by her daughter-in-law, Tammy Redmond, who says while it wasn't expected, it's something they wanted to do.
Well, when we had her 90th birthday celebration, I didn't really think we would be having a 100th birthday celebration, but as the year started approaching, And, you know, she's just amazing, and she still does so many things. She's active, and it was just what we wanted to do.
A special celebration for family and friends.
When I tell people she's 100, a lot of people say, your great-grandmother. I'm like, no, it's my grandmother is 100. So I'm honored to be able to spend the time I've had with her.
As well as the many she has touched along the way.
It's just filled my heart. I mean, it's just so many people that she's touched along the 100 years. You know, she's just touched so many lives and continues to do so.
100 years worth of experiences that has brought many life lessons.
You know, God doesn't always give you the promise of tomorrow, and I know she would want me to say that.
Lessons on how to live.
Live for the Lord.
Live for the Lord.
Do what the Bible tells you to do.
Okay.
And you think that's hard, but if you live for the Lord, it just comes natural.
And secrets to living long.
Just live your age, whatever it is. Don't try to, you know, acknowledge and get to be a big shot. That won't work. That won't work. Just be what you are.
In Middlesboro, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Minnie was a Sunday school teacher, and many of her students made the trip from different states to celebrate with her and share memories. Still to come, soon listeners could be making royalties from songs they never wrote.
Weather-wise, on a Monday morning, it's a cool start. Going to be a nice finish. How about the next few days? I think you're going to like it, and I'll explain why. Your first Alert 7-day forecast is coming up right after this.